What's up, guys? It's Adam Bomb, and welcome to another episode of Polybridge. In this episode, we are going to be finally finishing the levels in the rest of the zone, and we are also going to start creating some really cool levels. So I'm super excited to do that with you guys, and please remember to submit your levels to me. I will be leaving my Steam social information below, and other than that, you can just post your links to your own levels in the comments below. So again, good luck to the contest winners. That will be announced next week. Alright, let's get started. Okay guys, welcome to the penultimate level of this zone. This is called Ancient Ruins 24 meter low budget overpass. So we don't have a lot of money and we have to make sure we bridge this gap without getting crushed by a bridge, which is a very unfortunate circumstance. So what we need to do, and what they're basically forcing us to do, is to make an arch and get it over here. So yeah, we just need to make it strong enough so that it can support this extremely heavy bus. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn off grid mode, just because I find that with circular shapes, it's a lot easier to work with. But you guys will have your own preferences. Sometimes turning on grid mode does some weird things to the way a level functions. I just did that too high. I don't want this to be too high. Oh, come on. Yeah, there's a few weird things that we're still working out with grid mode, but overall, not using grid mode lets you be a little bit more creative with some of the stuff you do, and you don't have to perfectly match everything to, you know, what the next grid space would be, so that's always nice. Alright, that looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be, so I'm gonna skip ahead while I design the basic infrastructure for the wood, and then we'll get to the more exciting stuff. Alright, I'll see you guys in a few. Okay guys, we have the basic foundation for our setup down now, and what I'm gonna do to help reinforce this bridge a little bit is build an underside to it, and that will basically just prevent it from, I don't know, it's kind of like the underside to a bridge that you're kind of supposed to figure out on your own how to build, and I know a lot of YouTubers have trouble with it because it's not necessarily a intuitive concept, so I totally get that. Alright, so we're almost there. Perfect. That looks pretty good, and what that'll do is just help us from falling into the water. Okay guys, I finished it for the other side, so let's see what will happen. It is a little shaky. Oh no. Okay guys, we need to clearly reinforce the top of it a little bit. Okay guys, I added this little tiny part to the top of our structure. I don't know if it'll do anything. Actually, it might not, because we need to have sort of a parallel connection here and there. So let's just see what happens. We're over budget, but we can maybe fix that later. Okay, it's still a piece of crap. Alright guys, I went back and I pretty much totally redesigned everything. I lowered the arch of the bridge and I added a lot smaller wood sections. So let's see if that has any effect on anything. And no. Okay, we can see our weak point is like right here. Let's fix that up really quick and then see if that does anything, because it didn't fall that fast on the other side, so I'm thinking that might be our problem. Let's just even extend our little trap down there a little bit more. Hell, let's even do this. I just want to beat this level, honestly. Come on. Oh, come on. Ah, that one weak point. Alright guys, I double layered some of these, so if this doesn't work, I don't even know anymore. Come on, baby. Oh my, you've gotta be freaking kidding me, guys. That was the most disappointing thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god. Alright, now will you work? Now can we get this over with? This level's really starting to push some nerves, guys. Thank you. Okay. When I'm less angry at this level, we'll go and redo it and get it under budget. But good God. Okay guys, here's a pretty challenging level. It is the double deck lift, and so basically they only give us enough road so that we can lift it up the entire way. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty interesting. Probably way more frustrating than the last level, but I think we got this. Alright guys, so my strategy is going to be to start from the top. I'm not sure if that's a good strategy to start from the top and to lift down, but I think it'll save us some resources. But what you'll see is going to happen is this whole thing is going to have to be dropped down to A. Oh, A has to go first. So, okay, I was being stupid. So what that means is that the road has to be down here first. They're giving you no other options. So, alright, I'm going to lay down the road and then we're going to have to come up with something. Let's zoom out a little. What are we gonna do? So, this whole road has to be lifted up. So, let's put down our wood foundation. Alright guys, so I just added some steel corners just to make this all that much stronger. Although it didn't really fit in that well. Oh well, we'll fix it later. Alright, here is our road / platform that we're gonna be lifting up. I think I've done this level before, or I've seen it done before, because I think in one of my creations video, I showed it, and now I've completely forgotten how to do it, so this is pretty embarrassing. But let's see, I think I remember doing something like this, where we basically lift it up from this point, and there we go, something like that. Since we have unlimited steel, we can be pretty liberal with what we do, but we have to worry about things running into each other. So I think we made the split joint right here and right here. So let's see how that works out. Okay guys, so I just added the hydraulics cables. That's basically what I did in that cut there. So let's see what happens, at least. It's a little weak, but it doesn't have to be strong. That's just perfect. Okay, come on, guys. Oh, well, it might still work. Nope. Okay, guys, we need to strengthen this up a little bit. Alright, guys, I just made this small change in the middle. I have no idea how much it's going to help. Actually, let's make it symmetric. Probably not going to help that much, but let's see what happens. Okay, easy enough. Now let's see if it brings it to the right level. Okay, it's bringing it super high, and when that happens, it just breaks. So let's try and lower the tension on the hydraulic cables. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna do is move this up, I guess. No, I want to contract to 64%, so I want to move it closer, I think. Let's see what that does. It's always nice to experiment with the stuff, and if you guys haven't tried the new features in the game, I highly recommend you play with them because they can easily help you defeat levels you normally wouldn't. Oh. Oh man, that was almost perfect, guys. But as you can see, we got it to the right level, so I think we are almost done. Okay guys, so all I did was add the steel bracket here. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but I really don't want to go over the budget anymore because we're already quite a bit over. So let's just see what happens. I don't know, maybe it was an internal strength issue. Yeah, it's really hard to tell what goes wrong in weird situations like this, but alright, come on. Oh, okay, it's... Oh no, guys, it's gonna get caught. Oh, shoot. Dang it. Oh, come on. Maybe if we wait like 15 minutes. Alright, guys, I'm gonna pause the game for like... No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna change the contraction a little bit, and hopefully that should make it work. Okay, guys, I literally just changed it by a few %, and that could honestly make the difference. So, I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Nope. Bad Adam. Okay, so we're gonna have to change it the other way, and I will see you guys in a second. Okay guys, I changed it a few percent in the other direction, so God forbid it doesn't work this time. I'm gonna lose my mind. This stupid road. These last two levels have really been getting to me emotionally, so come on. You can do this. Alright, that was perfect, and I think we could easily do this under budget if we just fixed some of the support on top, but I would rather show you guys some new levels, so let's move on to building another level. Alright guys, the level I want to build today is called Thread the Needle, and this is an idea that a friend of mine had, a coworker named Christian had, and I want to give out his last name, but anyways, so what I want to do is basically have it be a jump where you have to make it between two obstacles. So what we're going to need first is a ramp, of course, and the next thing we're going to need is the top obstacle. So I'm not sure how the physics of this work, if this part is something you can hit, but if not, we'll just change it. And the lower obstacle is going to be an island. And so the player's goal is going to be to basically get through this very narrow space right here and get to the other side. So I don't know, let's see what happens. Alright guys, for this car, let's see, what car do we want to use? Got so many options, but I don't want to do anything too crazy, so I think I am just going to use a regular city car. I'm going to put that at the top there. Boop, boop. And then we're going to increase the speed just to start off with, because the normal speed is actually very slow. And on a lot of the levels you guys play, the levels have been edited to, you know, sometimes 400, 500% of the speed so that you can actually get over the obstacles. So let's see, 300% sounds just about right to me. And I wonder if this is high enough. Yeah, I think so. Let's switch to building mode so we can check it out. Cool. Alright guys, I think that looks pretty good, but I think we need to separate the land masses a little bit farther out. Oh, and it broke. Sometimes the game breaks, guys. That just happens. Okay guys, we are back in Sandbox, and I'm just gonna put things back together real quick. Okay, I think I need to shorten the landmass a little bit. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense right here. Okay, that's the last thing we're gonna do. Let's set our road limits. I think I'm gonna set it to 5, and that's gonna be, wood's gonna be unlimited. Steel, I don't think we're gonna have any, so 0. Hydraulics 0. Cables 0. Suspension 0. But we do need to add our anchor points. We can't forget that. So there's 1. And then there's gonna be 2. So let's, start out with our road. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's too much. It's gonna run into the balloon at that point. So 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that's too much, or too little angle. 2, 3, and then 4. I guess 4 might be the limit, so let's see what happens when we use just 4. So let's switch, let's add 1 more anchor point for a cable. Boom. Perfect. Alright, we're done with cable, so let's see if that actually holds. Let's run the simulation. Oh, that was so close, guys. Alright. So, since this is our level and we can do whatever we want with it, we could either increase the height of the ramp, which we actually have the ability to still do, I think. Okay guys, you can kind of see the changes I made. I added 1 more piece of road, I decreased the angle, and so hopefully that does not send it straight into this wall. But let's start the simulation. Oh no. Okay, so that didn't get it over at all, guys. Let's increase the angle again. Alright guys, so I changed it up a little bit. Let's see what happens. Oh, that was so close. Alright, so this is actually fun and challenging, so let's try it again. Alright guys, so I made only changes to the angle basically, so let's see what happens. And we did it, guys. That was really satisfying. I'm actually really happy with that level. So that's something you may see in the future, maybe not, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of Polybridge. If you guys would like to see more creations and more levels, please let me know, because that's all we have left to play, and that is it. So we are done with all the levels in the game, and now all we have to do is make stuff. So I'm totally happy with that. And I would really appreciate it if you guys, if you already own the game, to get involved in the community and to make some levels of your own. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of Polybridge.